good morning, or maybe it's good afternoon where you are, and it could be evening. Well, whatever time it is, I hope it's a very good one. It's a good morning here. I'm in the garden, and it's quite early. It's not 8 a.m. yet, but I have quite a few things to get done today. So I'm in the. This is this is the collard greens bed. I'm cleaning it up and taking off the ones that are dying and cleaning up. I'm going to clean up the celery bed, and we have some volunteer callaloo plants. So that's where I'm starting today. I have several beds to take care of. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I hope you're doing well. Yes. So so that's what I'm doing. Um, you have not been seeing me a lot in the garden, mainly because the pollens are very active. And the pollens and we don't agree. So I've been coming out here on a very limited basis. Early morning right now is good. So I'm going to do as much as I can, before it gets breezy and then the pollen starts to blow. We have a lot of stuff in the garden that's blossoming, like the avocado, mangoes. Those trees are blossoming heavily. Good morning, my hobby Flora. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I'm here this is the collard greens bed that I'm cleaning up. I'm not going to be doing any harvesting today. That will be for another day. But this is collard greens right here. We have celery under here. And here are some volunteer callaloo, two types of callaloo. We have the variegated kind. Oops, sorry about that. We have two types of callaloo. We have the variegated kind and the regular green ones. And these were planted in this bed about a year ago. But no matter how much you clean up the bed and plant other things, callaloo will show up. A large collection of plants. Yes, so I'm going to be working in several of the beds this morning. I'm trying to do that before the winds pick up because the pollens and we're not agreeing at all. So if you hear me a little bit hoarse, that's the reason. Yeah. So I've been coming out on a very limited basis to check on the plants, and some of them, because I've not been checking on them often enough, some of them, like this callaloo, this, not callaloo, this collard green plant right here, see? Yeah, but that's how it is, folks. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your, and then there's some weeds growing in here that should not be. Oh, let me put you over here where you can see better. Right here. Yes. Yes, I have to get rid of the weeds as well. See, the weeds, these are celery, and the weeds are growing, trying to look just like them. They mimic the plants that they're closest to. And if you're not careful, you will miss them, and the plants and the weeds will strip your garden of the nutrients and everything that your plants need. So get rid of the weeds when you can, as much as possible. So I am in a race with the time to make sure I get it done before, it starts to get breezy and the pollen start flying everywhere. That's one of the reasons I have my mask too. If it gets too much, then I'll just put on my mask. But yeah, that's one of those things you have to be aware of. I love the spring, but when spring comes, everything else springs up, even allergies. Yeah, some of these need pruning. We're getting the garden ready also for other crops that we're going to plant. Usually in the spring, we plant a lot of crops. My happy Flora is saying, have a good day, friend. It's raining heavily. Oh, yeah, at my place. And there's occasional lightning. Wow. Lightning makes me scared. Okay. Be safe. Yes, be safe. Yeah, we're not going to have rain until later today. But so let's see what's going on under these plants. Mhm. I'm going to wash them off too. Since I've been handling the dirt, I'm going to wash the plants off before I cover them up. Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming. It's early morning here, early Sunday morning. All right, let me get the hose and wash these, and then I can move to another bed. Thank you for your time. Let's see. These need washing. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. have to put them on. Make sure I tuck it under because when it gets breezy, it will lift off. We don't want the pests coming in, especially at night. All right, let's check out this bed right here. Well, we have a bed here that just decided to disappear on me. And this was the kale, one of the kale beds, but something happened to it. It started happening during the cold spell, but I don't understand why because the other beds weren't affected like this. So just have to dig this one up and we'll figure out. I mean, we'll plant something else for sure. So let's get this out of the way. All right. Hello, fishermen. Those are, yeah, yeah, they are sad. I agree with you. So we're just gonna clean up this bed here. Don't know what. These are actually weeds you're looking at right now. Yeah, these are weeds. The kale, and when I show you the next kale bed, you will see what a difference it is. That one is flourishing so much, and something must be going on with the soil here. But I don't. But look over here. These are also um, Swiss chard, and they're on their last harvest. So this bed is going to be used for something else. Entire bed here. We just amend the soil and plant something else. You win some and you lose some. That's how it is with gardening. But that's okay. We got a lot of kale from out of here though. A lot of greens came out of this bed. And I see some moth in there too. And they could be the reason for this. So we're just gonna pull up this. We've been harvesting from this since last October. We planted these crops in September as seedlings, and within a month, we started harvesting. So we've been harvesting from October, November, December, January, February. 6 months. Yeah. We have given away a lot too. So I'm not complaining at all. Nope, not complaining. We got more than enough out of here. At the end of the month, that's when we're going to start planting again. That's the plantings time. The end of the month. End of March. This is March. These are going to make compost. Nothing goes to waste here. It's a rich soil. Soil is very rich. You can see the organisms, lots of earthworms. Shatika Woods. More blessings. Awesome. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Looking for another tool. My shovel. It must be on the other side of the garden. These are what I use to keep the nets into the bed. Just making sure that the weeds are up from the roots, or else they'll just keep growing. All right. Oh, let me show you what I'm looking at right here. Check out this right here. This is Scotch bonnet. Oh, I need to clean this up too. These are This is a Scotch bonnet plant, and I see something orange is going on under here. You see that? Two lovely Scotch bonnets. Let's get them. Beautiful, isn't that? Look at that. Yeah. Let me clean up under here so we can have more. I see lots of oh, there are green ones there too, you know. Yeah, green ones are on it. And lots of blossoms. That means we will be getting more fruits from it. Oops. Yeah. Let me put these away and come back. Let's see if these are, yeah, let me get my container. We've been having rains practically every day. So when it rains, everything grows, especially the weeds. So I have to be out here often, uprooting the weeds. Let me put you this end. Yeah. Yes, birdie, I can see you. I can hear you. That bird, I don't know if I can see the bird on the wire up there. But whenever I'm in the garden, he or she follows me around and lets me know that it's there. This is going to be used for, I think we're going to put some tomatoes, made this into a tomato bed. That's why this cardboard is there. It's going to become the base of the bed. Cardboard is really good when you're creating your bed. It breaks down and gives nutrients to the plants. All right. All right. I'm going to wash this plant off too. This, yeah. All right, so now we're going to move up to the tomato bed, one of the tomato beds. This is one right here. This is where we started. We have been harvesting a lot from here as well. And because I have not been out in the garden as often as I should, see the tomatoes are going bad. And but this cherry tomatoes, man, it is bearing fruits like crazy. Some right here. This is a new bed that we are creating right here too. We've just installed this new bed. It was one made of wood, but we have changed out all of these in the center of the garden to metal because eventually the wood ones become rotten, and so you have to change them out. Once you have the metal, it will never be destroyed. You will always have a bed. So that's the advantage of having the metal ones. So I need to prune here. Let me get my pruning shear. Welcome, welcome. If you're just coming in, thank you for coming. Um, Working in the beds, pruning, sharing, weeding. I hope you're doing well. We have a cluster of tomatoes under here. And these are the big ones, romaine tomatoes. Here's one that is blushing. Ah, there's about four more under there. Check out this one. So we have two Scotch bonnet and now that tomato. And there's some cherry ones over here too. There are lots of tomatoes here. You probably can't see them. I'll take you over here so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, come over here. Check out the tomatoes over here that I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, I was saying earlier, I haven't been able to come, I have not been out here as often as I usually do because we have a lot of pollen. Things are blossoming in the area. Lots of trees blossoming or avocado, mangoes. And those pollens and we don't agree. No, so I had to stay in for a little bit. Yes, guys. So even though you see me gardening, oh, there are some trees here in the garden that I'm allergic to. I said the trees, not the fruits. Like mango trees, but just as long as it's just the mango trees, the trees itself, that's fine with me. I love mangoes. It's a cloudy day out here, very cloudy. Check out. And as a result, it keeps the places a little bit cool here, which is what I enjoy. I like to work when it's like this. So these um, cherry tomatoes will be harvested, and that's the guava tree right here. We have been harvesting guavas every day. I'm sure there's at least one or two there right now. Yeah, I can see some. That will be done. And this is our nurseberry, our sapodilla tree. We have harvested a ton of these because I have a list of people who have asked. And I think every one of these nurseberry has a name on it. No, it's looking dark. I hope it's not about to rain. And I feel a drop. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome if you're just coming in. Yeah, I'm here in the garden, cleaning up, doing some work. But it looks, oh, look over there. Oh my goodness, look at the clouds. Like it's about to rain, but I'm going to see if I could quickly do some weeding from this pineapple bed. Oh, I do need my long gloves though. On. When you're working among pineapple plants, these are the gloves that you need. Or else you're going to get pricked by those leaves. They have very sharp, sharp spikes. So let's quickly grab these weeds before the rain comes. I mean, there was no rain in the forecast. It says not until 6 p.m. But the way it looks right now, I don't know. See all these are weeds. Get them from the roots. And all these that I'm picking up right here now are going to be going into I'm going to put them in the mulch bed so they can make soil. So, like I said, nothing goes to waste in the garden. Even the weeds are used. You know, you could use your weed to make weed tea for your plants. Fertilizer. There's lots of spiders in the garden. And those are the pests that you want because they take care of the ones that you don't want. Spiders. Don't be afraid of them. They're just doing the job of pesticide. Let me get that tool. Some of these are wrapped around the plant. hope it doesn't rain right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm cleaning up around the pineapple plants here. Oh, when I'm finished, I'm going to show you other pineapples in the container section that are growing fruits. Uh-oh, I feel raindrops. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Look at all that. Weeds. Raindrops keep falling on my head. All right, let me use the other tool to get between those. This digs this digs up the weeds from the roots. Mhm. See, right from the roots. It grabs it and hooks onto it. These, I mean, the weeds, they grow really fast. Just a week, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago that I cleaned up over here. But because of the rain, I'm not complaining because we need the rain. I just, didn't get out here as often as I should, like I said, because of the heavy pollen dust flying around. And have an allergic reaction to all of that. But on the other side of the garden, I would definitely have to put on my mask where all the pollens are, the trees that are blossoming over there. We have heavy blossoming going on in the in our avocado tree has not borne fruits yet, and I'm praying that this is the year. It blossomed last year as well, and usually when your avocado tree starts blossoming, then within 1 to 2 years, it will start producing fruits. So this would be year one of the blossoming. So I'm hoping that we get fruits this year. Now our dwarf avocado. Yeah, we have been getting fruits from that. We have had three so far. One the first time, two the second time. So hopefully we'll get more than two this year, this time again. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your thumbs up too. I appreciate that. Let's see how much. So far, I've done the most important things I wanted to do, and it was to work in those beds of greens. Thank God, that's done before the rains come. If it's gonna come this morning, the weather says at 6. Oh, but look how it's clearing up already. Unbelievable. Look at that. That's the thing about the weather here in Florida. Look at the blue skies. Just a moment ago, it was dark. I was feeling raindrops. And over here, the sun is peeking through. Yeah. Okay. That's good. So I'll get a lot done. I have a time limit today. I have to be out of the garden by 9:30. What time is it now? It's 8:30 now. Okay, I have an hour. I have an appointment. So can you hear the birds? All right. I think this is good enough. Just trying to get the roots, the weeds by the roots. Now I'm going to wash these plants off because you see the dirt on them. And we don't want, if there's any disease or anything, to affect your plants. So whenever I weed, I try to wash them off when I'm done. Yeah. See all this that's in this container is going in the mulch bed right here. Hello, Dan. Good afternoon to you. Thank you for your like. Yes. Morning here, it's 8:41. It's about sometime after 2 for you, or maybe after 3. Wash these plants off. And then I'm going to be working here in this kale and mustard greens bed. So let me wash off these plants over here first. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. All right. Now for this bed. Let's start over here. This mustard greens just keep going and going. Every time I think the crop is finished, nope, it gives me more. But I won't have time to harvest today. That will have to be for possibly tomorrow. See, these are dollar weeds. Dollar weeds are the most annoying weeds because they're they are not easy to get from the roots. You see how slim they are? Look at this. I have to take my time and pull it up. See? Still didn't get it from the roots. Right here, that's how slender they are. And when you try to pull, they break. So I'm gonna have to use my tool in here. Where is the other tool? Uh-huh. Okay, let's get them. They all break. It doesn't matter if you use your fingers. See, they just easily break. And the stems are long. Oh, those came up from the root. So in a few days, they'll be back. Mhm. All right, on this side are the kale. We have kale over here. Let me show you. Time to harvest as well. And then I see some callaloo coming up there too. Right here in the center. But I see weeds back here. Weeds will find a way to plant themselves. They will. What's going on here? Oh, this one, no good. Let's check out the other side. Okay, it's clean over here. That's one part. All right, let me wash off these. And here's another tomato plant that we're going to be planting towards the end of the month. That's the best time to plant right now. So these, oh, I need to go over by the pineapple container bed. I'll show you the pineapples that are coming up, and I also need to have weed over there. But let me put this down first. All right, so now we're going over to the pineapple container bed. Check out these papayas. Oh, before I go over to the pineapple bed, though, I need to go into this herbs bed. I know I need to do some weeding out of it too. Oh, not much of all. Well, see some pruning that must be done. These are parsley, oregano, thyme, two different types of thyme, English thyme and lemon thyme, and some green onions are in here. This was once filled with basil, but the cold weather destroyed them. So, I mean, I know that cold basils cannot tolerate cold weather, but this weather was extremely cold and they all perished. I had to uproot them. Okay, for the pineapple container bed over here, let me show you the pineapples that are bearing fruits. And wow, so many overgrown plants here. All right, so we have a another one there, two. There's another, and another, another one here, 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 and another one over there. Now, remember I told you about the pollens in the garden and things that are blossoming? Look at this dwarf Julie mango tree. Check out all the blossoms on it. You know, it's wet, so it's not going to fly on me. Remember that dwarf avocado tree I told you about? Look at these blossoms. It is blossoming all over. It's first time it's blossomed so much, which means we'll get more than two avocados. Now, and here is the, oops, the bird. We scared each other. Here is that avocado tree I was telling you about with all that blossom. Yeah, it's not flying now because the tree is wet. But during the daytime when it's like that, I can't come out here. We have another mango tree on the other side of the garden. A huge mango tree that's blossoming heavily. Heavy, heavy, heavy. So that's why I try to come out here this morning before the winds start picking up. Because those pollens and I, we do not agree, as I've said before. All right, there's lots of work to be done under here. This um, sweet sap, otherwise known as sugar apple tree, during the cold spell, there was not a single leaf on this tree. Look at it now. Oh, maybe we start bearing some fruits. Look at that. It was looking so sad. And something, a squash is growing under here. The only thing we really actually planted under here are these pineapples. But I see other things. We have harvested other things under this tree before because our kitchen scraps also end up here. So we have harvested some bell peppers and tomatoes and uh, a cantaloupe before from under here. Wonder what we'll get next. I see potatoes. This vine right here, that's potatoes. And that's some kind of squash. Could be a cantaloupe, could be one of those melons. All right, so, wow, a lot to do. But tackle them one at a time. So let me clean up under here. Oops, you know what? I'm gonna see if we can save it, but if not, let me see. All right, I'm gonna save it. My best to keep it. We'll see what it is. Hopefully you and I will be able to see what's growing there. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen, and your thumbs up. I appreciate it. You see this weed right here? This is chamomile. You know the chamomile tea that you sometimes drink? Hello, Snappy. Send Lucky Clover. Snappy elephant ears. Welcome, welcome. I think I need the other tool now to grab this from the roots. Don't want to destroy this plant. There's so many um, weeds growing around it. I won't be able to finish everything today. Try to come back tomorrow, God's willing. Yeah, success. All these spiders wearing my hat out here, you know. Okay, let's get this up and get my shovel. Ah, Shawnette, hello, good morning. Thank you for stopping by, Shawnette. Shawnette, I haven't been out in the garden as much because of the heavy pollen flying around and causing havoc on my system. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff that's blossoming around here. So I find that it's better to come out early in the mornings when we don't have the winds and the plants are wet because from rain. So serves me better. So I'm cleaning up underneath this sweet sap tree. The sweet sap tree has grown a lot of fruits. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, allergies took a hold of me really bad. But this tree had lost all its leaves during the cold spell. Now it's coming back. Oh, I need to go check out that. Let me take you over there. That Otaiti apple tree that almost died during the cold spell. Let me go over there. And then, as I was cleaning up all the leaves under there, I noticed that there were some blossoms underneath. Of course, those are gone now. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like the other side. Yeah, it's going back its leaves though. There it is. All the leaves were gone, but look at these new ones coming on. And it was going to be this. It would have been bearing fruits for the first time this year, had the cold spell not come and knock it out. Yeah, it would have been its first time. But oh, I'm glad to see the leaves are back. Really great. Yeah. So that's the Otaiti apple tree, and these are papayas. We've been harvesting a lot of papayas. So there's a lot to do when you don't work in the garden like you should. I'm telling you, things will grow, 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 grow. Even and especially the weeds. Look at this callaloo growing everywhere. Look at this little bundle right here. I'm going to take this to the mulch bed where we can make some more soil. Yeah, and it's been more than an hour already. Time really flies. Amazing how that time goes by really quickly. The last time I was out here, I was working this callaloo bed right here. That's where I got some callaloo. Look at the weeds are back already. Jeez. Wow. Callaloo. Okay. Good. Let me. That's our mulch area. Okay, I need to wash out this container here. Let's wash them out right here. Uh-huh. No, not too close to the bed. Right here. You know, there's so much to do. I feel like I'm gonna have to come out here every day and try to get here in the mornings. You know, life is life in. So, folks, my apple tree took a hit too, but I see new leaves. Yeah, if you see new leaves, that's good news. It means it will come back. Oh, let me go check out this guava tree here and see if any guava is on it to be picked. Yeah. Oh, man, these tomato vines just keep breaking. I guess it's too heavy. I'm gonna have to do something about that. All right. Oops, I see something here. Pretty small though. Maybe can last another day. Yeah, tiny and not ready. We should come to the end of the season for this because we have been getting a lot of guavas. Been sharing, I've been juicing, freezing. Can't complain. This tree, when it bears fruits, it bears a lot. Okay, so I guess not for today. None today. No. We have lost our banana plants here. Cold season. No bananas here. And this is supposed to be a plantain. Look like it's stunted as well. It's not going to grow any bigger. But our little dwarf papaya tree is doing well. Yes, folks. Everything's looking good so far. We have been enjoying also coconuts. Though everybody's coconut turned brown over the cold snap. But there's no meat in there. They didn't produce any meat. But the coconut water is very sweet. Sweet and delicious. And like, if you weren't here before, I showed my dwarf June plum tree. Blossoming a lot. And you see the wind is kicking up now. It's getting breezy, which means it's time for me to start thinking about going in before the pollen start blowing and the sneezing and everything starts. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much. Thank you. That's the tree where that avocado tree. Lots of blossoms are there. Good morning, Sandra. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, that's a lot of blossoms there. I thank you guys so much. Oh, I've been here for what? Oh, 80 minutes. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming. I'm going to try to see if I can make it early again tomorrow morning. God's willing. I think that's the best time before the breeze pick up and things start blowing. But I hope you have a very blessed day. Hope your Sunday is going well so far. Take care of yourself. Remember, take care of yourself so you can take care of others. All right? Enjoy the rest of your day.